Thanks for taking the time for us. How's it going?
Good, man.
So how's this round of touring going for you guys?
Oh, it's going great, man. I love the bill. You know, it's awesome. Lody Kong, Abnormality, Battlecross, Suffocation. It's heavy, you know.
Yeah, man. We were able to just check out Lody Kong, and they sounded better and better every time I see them.
Yeah, they get better every tour. They get tighter, and more exciting. And I mean, the whole tour is awesome. I love all the guys we're touring with. You know, they're all cool people. Battlecross guy, Abnormality guys, Suffocation guys. I know Terrence for a long time.
Yeah,
concept tour a day. So I think it was killer to put Soulfly Suffocation together.
Yeah, that's definitely a good package.
It's you know, works good, man. You know, it's a heavy package, and for the fans, a lot of cool metal for one night, you know.
Absolutely. So it's been about 8 months or so since the release of Archangel. The fans have had ample time to take in the album and hear it live. So how has been the response so far for the fans for the new album?
I've been good, man. You know, I think it was the right record to make. You know, it's like we're playing some stuff live. We play like, you know, Archangel. We sold our social metal, Ishtar Rising. Sodomites, you know, Sodomites is still one of my favorite songs, you know, just, I love it. And I think the crowd, you know, they really dig it, you know, they dig the record. I like it. I think it was a cool record to make. It was different, and I like the whole, you know, the biblical thing with the apocalyptic songs, you know, and Old Testament vibe. Yeah, for me, it was exciting record to make.
Definitely, man. Definitely had a great atmosphere and everything. So you're touring relentlessly between Soulfly, Cavalera Conspiracy, and all of your other projects and associated bands and everything. You know, it can't always go smoothly. So, like, what's the most common issue that you guys run into on the road?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty smooth. You know, sometimes like some venues don't have a good sound, so I kind of mess up my voice sometimes when I can't sing, and that's kind of rough. And people getting sick on the road, that's always rough, you know. But other than that, it's been pretty smooth. You know, we're having fun. I mean, we do a jam with all the bands. We do Ace of Spades, you know, in memory of Lemmy, and we do with everybody. Suffocation. You know, Battlecross, Abnormality, everybody on the stage, like 10 people on the stage.
Oh, that's badass.
So it's fun, you know.
Nice. So the biggest complaint that you usually hear about touring bands and touring musicians is being away from their families for so long, and you guys have seemed to alleviate that problem by just kind of taking them with you.
Yeah.
You know, you guys seem to you know, just be such a tight family musically and everything like that. You know, how satisfying is it to be able to work so closely with family?
Well, some of them are still home, you know, but
well, yeah,
we take you know, some with us. I work with my wife Gloria, so it's great. We work together, and I think it's kind of like the secret for our marriage is actually it is our work, because we work together, and I think that's has made it work so good that it reflects on our marriage, you know. And I think having the kids around is really great. I like to see the development, and everybody works too, you know, like they do load in, load out, you know, rain, snow, whatever, you know, they're out there carrying cases and working, you know, doing merch, you know, and so everybody works, man, you know. But I'm very proud of it. It's a metal family that I'm proud of it, you know.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't change it for anything.
Absolutely. You know, it must instill a measure of pride when you think about it. You know, you got Zion playing in Soulfly as well as in Lody Kong with Igor. On top of that, you playing Cavalera Conspiracy with your brother Igor, who you guys started one of the most influential bands in metal history. And on top of that, you got Richie and Insight. You guys are just all over the place, you know, and all together, as you just mentioned, you got Gloria holding everything together on the managerial aspect. You know, it's got to be like crazy to like look back on you guys' past and everything and see. Did you ever think that like metal music would be so embedded into your family?
Kind of thought of it, but never really thought we were gonna take it this far, which is really great. And I think it's like, I'm so excited because we're all making something out of it. You know, Lody Kong, Inside, and you know, I'm now with Killer BQ, Soulfly, Cavalera Conspiracy, you know, all these projects, and yeah, you know, we took a lot further than I thought. But I always thought, you know, like the metal was a family thing, even in the beginning. That's why in Sepultura we used to involve family, like Zion opens Chaos AD with his heartbeat, you know, and stuff like that. I always thought it would be cool to mix family and metal, and so what I'm doing now is actually, it's bigger than I thought, but it's still pretty much the essence of it is pretty much the same, which is like the love for metal. And I love, you know, I really love the fact that we are a full-on metal family that is real, you know, not fake, not produced, not, you know, not fakely created, but, you know, for real,
organic.
So, yeah, you know, it was built like that. We were born like that, you know. Zion and Igor, they learned to play on the road, you know, watching other players, you know, especially Zion. He watched all the other drummers play, and that's how he learned to play drums. And
absolutely,
that's really, really cool, you know.
Yep. So as far as songwriters go, you're definitely prolific. You know, between Soulfly, your many other projects and collaborations, you never stop. You know, you're just a total machine. What fuels you? What's your influence, and where do you get your inspiration?
I just love keeping busy, man, you know, especially the last 10 years, because I stopped drinking and doing drugs, and I just turned myself back to metal and to the music, and became more busy than ever, you know. And I like jumping from one project to the other, from Cavalera to Soulfly to Killer BQ, you know, like after this tour is over, I'm gonna go write some new Killer BQ stuff to come out next year, and then I'm doing the Roots tour with Igor, you know. So yeah, we just jump from one to the other, man. You know, it's fun. For me, it's best way to keep busy, keep creative, and I look forward to making records too. You know, I enjoy the challenge that the record creates to make a good record that will stand the test of time. For me, that's always been, you know, really, really heavy on my mind when I enter the studio. I'm always thinking about, is this album gonna, you know, test, you know, is gonna survive the test of time, or, you know, we never know. But I always go into the studio with the hope that to make something good out of it, you know. Absolutely.
And you just mentioned the Roots thing. Later this year, you guys are performing Roots in its entirety. And I was just going to ask if that was just going to be a one-off thing at the Amnesia, or if it was going to be an actual tour to go along with it.
I think it's going to be a tour, actually. Yeah, a U.S. tour, European tour, maybe South America in the end of the year. Yeah, it looks like a U.S. tour, and we got the original backdrop, which is cool, from the original tour.
That's badass.
I'm looking forward. You know, me and Igor are very excited for that. It looks like Fear Factory might be the opening band for that tour, maybe with another band. I hope, you know, and yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be great. You know, I look forward to jam with Igor again, and I haven't played him in a while. You know, it's been quite a while since we did the Pandemonium tour, so it's gonna be fun to get back on the road with him.
Nice, man. So what's after you got? You know, I mean, you said that you got that going on, and a couple other things. What's going on with Soulfly as far as Soulfly goes? You know, do you have any plans in the foreseeable future to start maybe working on more Soulfly stuff? Or
probably touring. You know, I think we're gonna do one more U.S. tour. I love these package tours. We did the Crowbar one, Soilwork, now Suffocation, and I think we can make one more with another sick band and do another awesome U.S. tour in. So, you know, other places we haven't played, and then after that, next year I'll probably start, you know, jamming some stuff for a new record. But I still got to do Killer BQ first. That comes first, and then after that I can think about new Soulfly.
Nice. And speaking of Killer Be Killed, you know, I know that in a recent interview with Greg, he said that he's got a ton of material for it, and one of the things he mentioned was, as far as like a tour for Killer Be Killed goes, it was just a matter of like logistical nightmares as far as making that happen.
Right.
Are you guys going to try and put aside any time to do a tour for Kill or Be Killed?
I think it'd be easier to make a record than a tour.
Yeah, that makes sense. You guys are all busy guys.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. It's like everybody's so busy and with other stuff, but hopefully I'll get together with Greg next month and write some stuff. That's my plan, at least write some riffs and get that ball rolling, and hopefully you know, sometime next year we drop the second record out, and I think it's gonna be better than the first one. I think now we know each other better musician wise, you know, and we can make a sicker record, I think, than the first. A lot of people like the first one, but I think we can make a better one.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, I'm looking forward to hearing that, and I know it's a real long shot, but I gotta ask: is there any possibility that maybe even in the distant future that there might be some sort of a NAILBOMB reunion?
Nah, it's done. You know, I mean,
Dead.
to do it with somebody else rather than Alex, for me, it wouldn't be legit to me, and it would not be right. You know, and Alex doesn't want to do it anymore, and I respect the wish that, you know, we killed NAILBOMB ourselves, you know, when we did the live record, and we got to stay true to what we said. But I really still love the record. I think Point Blank, especially, was a great record, and very influential. A lot of people still today comment on that album, how much they like that album, and I might do something heavy again, like NAILBOMB, you know, maybe another project, you know, be kind of fun, you know, maybe something more brutal, even heavier than what I normally play. Take it to another level of heaviness, you know. Might be fun for the future.
Absolutely, man. All right, so you've been plugging away at this business for a long time, since you know, early '80s. You've seen trends rise and fall, and still you stand fast. With the emergence of all the new technology coming out over the past few decades, where do you think that the music industry stands as compared to when you first started?
Yeah, things are a bit different today. You know, I think internet helps a lot. You know, a lot of bands, and I find a lot of bands on, you know, Spotify and Bandcamp. You know, and I think those are great, you know, avenues to find bands, and I think metal is coming from many more exotic places these days, like Israel, you know, Tasmania, and Italy, Spain, you know, France. It's not really only U.S. and England anymore, you know, and I think it's good, you know. So yeah, I think the future of metal is good, man. I wish people buy more albums, but you know, that's wishful thinking. Eventually, everybody just gets it for free. What can you do, you know?
Exactly.
I myself, when I like an album of a band, I go buy it. I like to support metal. Even the bands playing with us, I went and bought their shirts because I like to support them. They didn't want to take my money, but I told them I like to support metal, so I pay it. You know,
Yeah,
so I bought their shirts. You know, so yeah, it's cool. It's nice to support, man. You know, you want to see something stay, you want to see something, you know, continue. You support. You know, that's the way I look at it. At least, you know, I like to see Suffocation continue. I like to see BATTLECROSS continue. So, you know, I'll buy their shit.
Absolutely, man. Now, all right, to current events, 2016 has been kind of a shitty year for, you know, influential musicians. It was kicked off at late 2015 with the passing of Lemmy, which you guys said that you're doing a tribute to. We've also lost names like David Bowie, just recently Prince. Now, how has that affected you as a musician and a music fan, seeing, you know, such big names passing this year? Have any of them affected you personally?
Yeah, Lemmy for sure.
Lemmy,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know too much about David Bowie or Prince, but Lemmy, yeah, you know, the name Sepultura comes from Motorhead song, and you know, I was very my relationship with Lemmy was very exotic. You know, we started not liking each other at first, and we made up later and became friends. You know, so which is cool. And I don't know, it's almost like you know, new generation coming, you know, I think unfortunately that's gonna happen, you know, probably even more. We're gonna probably lose more idols in the future, you know, but there's always new stuff coming in, and that's kicking ass, you know, so you know, so it's, I think it's like for the fans, I think it's kind of cool for them to look at it like, man, we really need to enjoy our idols while they're alive.
Absolutely.
You know, because when it's gone, it's gone.
Absolutely.
When they're done, they're done. You know, so I look at it like that. So, you know, the including my idols, I kind of like look up to them now more than ever as they are alive. Like people like Ozzy, you know, and you know, Rob Halford, and the people that have been doing this for a long time. They're a real influential in my work, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what do you think about the whole Axl Rose singing for AC/DC thing?
I don't know. Sucks, I think, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like AC/DC, man, you know. They always were outlaws, you know, back in Australia, and we used to watch Let There Be Rock, the movie, as kids in Brazil, and I remember the AC/DC album. That was they have like jail tattoos and shit, you know, and you know, Bon Scott was badass, Brian Johnson's badass, but I don't think like actually really fits AC/DC. You know, AC/DC is more like outlaws, you know, and I don't think Axl is too much of an outlaw for fitting, but I don't know. It's not my band. I don't call the shots, you know.
I hear you, man. All right, let's say you could go back in time, all right, and play one of your albums from the last 10 years for a young Max Cavalera that was just started, picked up a guitar for the first time. You play one album that you've released in the last 10 years. What album would it be and why?
Of my own stuff? Probably NAILBOMB, you know, because NAILBOMB's got everything that I really love about metal. It's pissed off, angry, heavy, don't give a fuck kind of attitude, full of great riffs, fast, noisy. You know, it's got all the elements.
All the elements, yep.
So,
all right. Thank you so much for your time. I'd like to end the interview by throwing this one at you. Let's say a young musician comes up, you know, 14, 15 years old, just got into a band. The band's looking like they're going to get big. He comes up to you and asks you for advice. What bit of wisdom would you share with him or her?
I don't have much wisdom, you know, like, more like follow your heart, man, you know, do what you believe and follow what you believe. Even if it's nobody else believes in it, because it's been my case. At the beginning of Sepultura, nobody liked us, and nobody gave 2 cents for us, and it was literally us against the world, and we went against the world, and you know, went into battle, and just go for the battle, man. You know, believe in yourself, and my advice would be a lot of jamming, you know, so a lot of the garage days, those are really crucial, really, really important, and for a formation of a band, because a band that can't play live is not worth it. You know, you can fabricate something in a studio, but if you can't pull it off live, then you ain't worth the shit, you know. So you gotta play live, you gotta, you know, really bring it live. So my advice would be, you know, work hard and follow your heart, and don't give a fuck.
Nice.
You know,
I like it.
And with those, I think you can go somewhere.
Absolutely, man. All right, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. Really appreciate it.